excited and blessed to know this gentleman and his one wife, Dr. Mary Robinson, and they are massive achievers, the first executive directors in the United States of America, not just Maryland, but the United States, executive ELC members and legacy owners. So I'm sorry, I'm just still excited. I couldn't even sleep last night. But Eric Robinson, if you wouldn't mind doing your thing, just come to the call and bless us all. Thank you.
Woo! Come to the call and bless us all. Thank you, Derek. Woo! Woo! Yes, I'm excited. Woo! I'm excited. Derek's excited, and I couldn't sleep. I'm telling you, I couldn't sleep last night. Well, Derek, it's funny because I don't think you was on yesterday's show, and today's show was going to be a recap. So there's still more to talk about. So Derek didn't give it to you all. So don't think it's over. We still got more. But wait, there's more. He said, how can there be more? Derek just set this thing on fire. But wait, there is more. I trust you, good people. Well, with that being said, we got to get this thing on fire, cranked up one more again, cranked up one more time. Derek, don't go too far either, because we want to do a recap with everybody. Today's show is going to be a recap of talking about what they got out of it, right? So, coming to the stage, coming to the fire. I need y'all to come off and mute and give me some energy. Today's one of those days that I just actually really need the energy. I'm telling you, I don't even want to get into it. You know, this morning I was just really emotional, just a lot of things, and it was just overwhelming. I was like, how am I going to do the show? And I said, oh, you know what? I ain't got to say much today. Thank goodness. You know, just overwhelming, just emotion, good emotion. I've just been up all night long, good emotion, bad emotion, old past memories, just everything was coming around. It's just like, calm down, Eric, calm down, you know. And I got on the call, start listening to y'all, and y'all just bring everything back in the line. And then it said, Eric, you ain't got to say much today. All you got to do is come in and do your little introduction, do your little song and dance pony show, get the team fired up, and the leader's going to take it over. Oh, yes, I love it. And my daughter's like, Eric, Dad, do you remember what you're going to talk about today? I saw it. She's like, you remember what you're going to talk about? I got you coming, Candy, man. He said, you remember what you're going to talk about? I said, absolutely, because it's absolutely nothing. This show is, y'all ain't got to remind me, because this show is made for me today, because I know what I'm going to talk about, which is nothing. So with that being said, I need y'all to come off mute. I need to feel the energy on the line. Y'all ready? Say ready.
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 How y'all feel?
Start up.
And team, what's up?
My income.
Who's the green sheet?
Everybody.
Everybody gets a green
Everybody
sheet.
get a green sheet. So with that being said, just raise your hand to some of the EDs who was on a call, and maybe some of the invitees or on the way to EDs. If you can kind of share what y'all takeaway with the team. What do you want to bring back to the team? Because y'all were supposed to go and listen to bring something back. So here we are, we back. Who wants to take the ball first? Ooh.
Eric, I'll go first.
All right, I heard you say go first, but the first hand was the lady. So the tie goes to the lady. None other than all the way down from the ATL. And this time tomorrow, I should be either in the ATL or in transit to the ATL. Depends on how early I can wake up. So I'm going to see you tomorrow. None other than Dr. Executive Director,
can't
Dr.
wait to see you, Mr.
Carissa
Eric.
O'Day.
Yes. Oh my God. I cannot even explain the magnitude of excitement where Experience is taking us, guys. All the way what they rolled out, and I think it's rolled out to like not even next year, 2 years, 3 years, where Experience is going. Okay, the numbers were mind-blowing. The growth. So most of all, attracting the best of the best to come in here. And what's his name? He mentioned Juan Hyman. And that young man got me also jumping on my seat yesterday. Again, especially that he came from WFG. So we have two perspectives. So now we know. Like my coach say, if you've never been there, you won't appreciate where you are here. Okay? So he gave us, I did take notes, he gave us 4 fundamentals to build a multi-figure income. Okay. He said, one, everything starts with you. And that affirms for me. And I know that, hey, this is what I also really aspire to do. He said it starts with you prospecting. Call a name, break the ice, and make the warm or the cold market warm. Okay, make them clients or make them partners. Okay, he said none. None what? Okay. Number two, he said build and get direct personal recruits. From prospecting, get personal recruits. He said 5 a month. 3 is okay. Okay. So why is that? We want to attract new blood to our business every month. And that's what I thrive to do every month. Okay. It's exciting. And then he talked about personal field training to master the copy. He is an original. He wants everybody he brings in to make a copy of himself. Okay. Okay. Who is the best recruiter? We want to find out who is the closer, who is good at selling. We want to identify those on our teams and duplicate, triplicate, and I don't know. I'm just overexcited right now. And show people the ropes. And I put on here tricks of the trade. Like Experior is really helping me understand the nuts and bolts of the industry. And that's what he talks about. Okay. To show people the ropes. Okay. Lead by example. 4, he said frontline leadership development. Creating a winning environment for success.
Recording in progress.
Self, you know, you set yourself on fire for the business. Excitement, they say, is contagious. He did. I mean, it was contagious for that couple right there. Oh my God. Okay. And then sell the dream, but don't buy the dream, he says. Stay learning, because it's in learning we get to grow and continue to grow. We see how Experior is letting us know. Oh my God, the Experior University. Mr. Eric, I'm sure you from you knew, you mentioned this yesterday. So when they talked about Experior University, I was like, ooh,
You know
Mr.
what,
Eric
Dr.
mentioned
Teresa?
that.
I totally, maybe in my subconscious mind, me and Mary have been part of the group that's been working with that probably over the last 4 months or so. And it's just, I was really just talking about like what Xperia has, and I totally forgot that I didn't know that when they were going to release it. So I was saying that it was like, when he said, I was like, oh my goodness, they was in my training
Yes.
call. But I was saying that, not putting this with that. I was just saying in general, and it's like, oh my goodness. So yeah, it wasn't that I had some foresight. I did, but it wasn't matching up. Maybe subconsciously, but it wasn't intentionally.
Wow, wow. So to wrap up here, he said, for me, he said, title is nothing without a team. We've got to build a team. And I tell myself, I could go back, with my knowledge, experience, and degrees, I can make good income, but I want to make multi-income stream. So if I come here, I'm not building a team, I can go back and do my job. So lead in every area. I, I thrive to do that, and I'm going to be doing, and everybody needs to do that. As leaders, we got to lead from the front. Show example. I can tell you to do what I'm not doing. That's it for me. And more. I can keep going, but I'll let others go. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share my excitement.
Woo, thank you, Dr. Teresa. Yes, yes, yes. Woo. All right, next on deck, you heard him, Uncle Jock. What you got? I know everyone get their hands up because, hey, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let y'all know, if you think you're repeating what somebody else said, that's okay, because everybody still has a different perspective of it. You with me? So we got an opportunity to bring it better sometimes than the first time, because somebody might miss things. So don't feel like, oh man, they took what I was going to say. Go ahead and share your perspective of it. So I just want to drop that. Uncle Jock, what you got?
Yes, yes, yes. You know, when Jamie first started yesterday, he started out saying, I'm gonna give y'all 3 words that's gonna grow your business by leaps and bounds. He's like, all right. So he's like, you want me to give you the word? So, he was dangling the carrot in front of everybody's face. But his words were, the 3 words were go, go, go. And what he talked about, he started to show the growth of the company. And we talk about it all the time. Sometimes it just takes a minute for the plane to land. But if y'all understand really where we came from, where we are, and where we can go, y'all just got to make the decision. How much of it do you want? Because the growth is getting ready to get crazy. And we all got the same opportunity. We all got the same opportunity to really, really make a huge difference for our families and to be able to change other prospective families. You know what I'm saying? So just know where we are. We got great leadership. I'm telling you, we got some of the best leadership in the business lies within Experian. You know what I mean? We got it. I'm telling you. And the biggest thing is he was saying just plug in, plug in, plug in. The sacrifice right now is just plugging in. Become a sponge. Get all. That's one thing Jamie does tell you about his success. He says he just never missed a meeting. Never missed a meeting. The meetings can get long. They can seem like they're getting mundane. It can seem like, I'm trying to tell you, the success leaves clues. Plug in and get some of this growth. This growth, I'm telling you, is scary. It is scary where we are, where we're going, and what Jamie does, like consciously and deliberately for the company to give us that separation. I mean, some of the tools and stuff, and I'm sure some of the other people talk about some of these tools that we got, but Jamie is always trying to give us some things that give us the edge. And so when I tell you it's scary in a good way. Eric, back to you.
Woo, Uncle Jock, thank you, thank you, thank you. Woo, go, go, go. And let me see something. You mentioned a couple of things. I'm trying to see if I can pull it up really quickly when he talks about the growth, just if I can kind of put it in perspective. I think I took screenshots of that.
Yeah, because we talk about it a lot, but when he laid it out yesterday, just from year 1 to year 2, then like year 6, year 10 up to now, it's crazy.
Yeah, so just and this is a vision. This is I'm gonna try to give you a visualization of what he said. Like I said, it's not going to be, I'm gonna verbalize it, but I'm not gonna give you a visualization.
Eric, if you make me co-host, I can share that picture with you on the screen.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Cool. 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 Let's. You know what? I don't gotta. We can. This is the real deal. We got the real stuff.
The real deal right here.
Got the real deal. We ain't gotta play no games. All right. Hold on, Mr. LaCole. All right. Find your name, and we ain't gonna play no games. Right. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Because I'm not executive director LaCole Elijah Pye. So while LaCole pulls that up,
are you talking about the growth numbers, right? The growth numbers?
Yeah, the growth numbers. Yeah. I was the only one screenshotting, huh?
Let me share it on the screen right here. Never see it.
Yeah. Woo. So I want y'all to take a look and understand what y'all looking at. He talked about going from there you go. Going from 2016 to 2007. 2016, we had 150 licensed agents. 2017, 2017, the company doubled to 300 licensed agents. Y'all, 2017, 300 licensed agents. This is 3 years in business. It's like we didn't really have a system to keep track for the first couple of years, but 2017, 3 years in business, we had 300 licensed agents. And I'm sitting here going to telling myself, hold on, Eric, you got 300 licensed agents in your organization.
That's what I'm saying.
So
That's
we on track
that's
with
what,
I'm on track with Experian. You know, and your premium, I'm like, my premium, our team premium jock is about on track. The investment's a little bit different because Canada, they big on investments. So then, but look at the growth then. 2018, this is all before they came to the US. 500 licensed agents. You see that? Woo! 2018, they went from 300 to 500. 500 to 800. 2019 to 2020 to 1,300. Now, COVID came along during that period. So we had 1,600, a 28% increase. Look at everything keeps increasing. We look at the licensed agent count, the premium counts, everything is going up. Everything is going up. But then when you look at what happened when we hit the US, 2000, everything almost doubled. You went from 1,600 licensed agents to 2,700 licensed agents the next year. Look how many AOA recruits. We went from 2,294 recruits in 2021, but look what they had the year before, 1,600 recruits for the whole year. Now, in 2022, they went to 5,000 recruits. Are y'all kidding me? 2023, 7,000 recruits. You see this? Everything keeps going up. 3,840 licensed agents. And then at the bottom, he's like, year to date, if we're on track. We're on track to do 12,000 AOAs. Oh, I don't understand. Y'all understand what he's saying?
Yeah.
2022-20, 4 years ago, the company did 1,600 licensed agents. 4 years later, they 10x that. That's after being in business. See, you got to understand the growth. Experian had been in business now for 7 years, and then 7 years later, they still 10xing that. Ooh, I don't know if y'all seen that in regards to recruiting, licensed agents counts. I remember when we first got started, Jock, when we came in 2021, it was like the road to 3,000, the road to 3,000, the road to 3,000. When we joined, you know, it was like just over 1,300 at the end of 2020. It was the end of 2020 with 1,300.
Exactly.
And we joined the beginning of 2021. It was like, yeah, we're going to get to 3,000 one day. One day we're going to get to 3,000. One day we're going to get to 3,000. One day we're going to get to 3,000. We joined. Then I remember 2020, James was like, man, I'm tired of hearing this road to 3,000. Can we please get to 3,000 already? Then we hit the 3,000. Now,
Eric, the reason that I was saying yesterday the plane really landed, because you just hit it on the head. Some of us are in position where Experian was in 2016. Some of us are getting ready to be in that position.
Yeah.
Some people are going to be in that position next year. My point is, take these numbers, look at your team. Your team is eventually going to become an agency. Your agency has the potential to grow and be as big as Experian is today.
Ooh, come on now. Nicole, what year did you join? Did you join Experian?
2022.
So Nicole didn't join to 2022 and got a big organization. Are y'all with me? Some people joined in 2023. Y'all, everybody talk about how Juan Hyman, what he's doing. He didn't join to 2024. See, that's this year. He's only a few months into this company. So what I'm trying to tell you, it doesn't matter where your business is. Because some people are like, yeah, well, you got a head start. Y'all don't understand.
You know
You
what,
don't
Eric?
understand. This guy came in this year.
Eric?
Yes, sir.
No, Eric. You know, I was looking at this number, and I looked at our number last year, 2023, and we did a little bit more than the premium of the entire Experian in 2017.
What? Hold on. Your team in 2023 did more than Experian did in 2017.
In 2017.
And you didn't join to 2022.
That's why
Eric
I'm
is
saying these numbers, man. These numbers scare me. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Go ahead, Nicole. I just want to share this, and I'm glad. Thank you, Nicole, for bringing this up, because here's the thing: some of us are going to fall out the car. Some of us are going to watch this and say, "See, the champions will watch this and say, that's me. I'm going to plant my flag. I'm going to get my piece of the pie. The pie ain't even got started being got yet. Are y'all with me? We
Yeah.
ain't start getting the pie. Understand, some of our larger competitors are already 10x where we at. They're still, see, when you start 10x, let me put this in perspective. If we had 5,900 agents, some of our competitors are at 50,000. Do you realize we got $1 million earners at 5,000? We're talking about 6,000 agents. We got people crossing over $1 million with 6,000 agents. We're talking about some of our competitors have 50,000 more than we have. They got how many? Every 6,000 can make millionaires. They got 50,000 more. So you don't just think, well, I'm a 10x where I'm at. You got to understand, some of y'all business in 2 years is going to be this right here. Your whole team will be this. There's still 50,000 more over the next couple. Y'all don't understand. Some competitors we got have 100,000 agents. We ain't even a pebble in their agency. There's companies out there with 100,000 licensed agents. Are y'all with me? If I say the name, some of y'all will know some of the names. You're like, what? That America company? Say what? So I want y'all to understand that's 100,000 people who are going to be joining. Why not join you? The pie. Some of us look, well, they already got it. How can I get mine? You better stop whining. I'm telling y'all right now. You can whine, go on and get your residence in California, Napa Valley. I ain't wine country. I'm telling you, you better go get your piece of the pie. Anybody. It's no respective of person, color, size, anything. You can get your piece of the pie. Whoo, thank you, Nicole. Thank you. We're gonna go on to Miss V. You got your hand up, and then we're gonna come to you, Nicole. I know that wasn't your turn. Miss V, what's your takeaway?
It was Darren.
Oh, Derek was next. Okay, Derek, your hand was up. I'm losing track of hands. Miss V, you after Derek, but I did miss saying ladies first. But go ahead, Mr. Holston, take it away, sir.
Oh gosh, oh gosh. Sorry, I got booted out of my phone. I don't know what happened. I had to restart it. So, but anyway, I don't know what was covered, but I heard you say that if something was mentioned, we can mention it again, because it's worth mentioning again. So I will not take up a whole lot of time, but yes, I absolutely love what you said, Eric. And for me, yesterday overall, what it was another one of those moments where something resonated, right? And that is, Derek, be the best you. Right? I'm just super competitive with myself, and I can be number one at anything. It doesn't matter. The point is, it's never good enough. So it's kind of a Mamba mentality. That's what I go by. But like I said, everything from the beginning where you had Heather McIntyre these are people I never even knew were in corporate. But we had her, Nathania with commissions and roll-ups and explaining that more. That was very nice to know. But I'm going to get to the meat and potatoes. Jamie obviously always lays it down. And when he said go, 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 he's right. Because, even in property management, one thing I had to do is I had to acknowledge trends. And the trend of this company is like something I've never seen before, not personally. But, you had people like Rosin and Rana. They did a phenomenal job. They talked about marketing and branding and resources and things. I don't have time to get in all that, but I took a lot of notes, a lot of screenshots. And one thing Rana said is execute, then measure. And I absolutely believe that, because we were taught that even in the property management space, is that if you're doing something and you're getting a great result, that's wonderful. You may have to tweak it or whatever. But if you're doing something and you're not getting results, then you got to stop and you got to reevaluate and find out what's going wrong and then fix it and then move forward. Right. And then, of course, Juan and Veronica Jaime, they talked about the culture of excitement. This is Veronica and accountability. And I totally agree with that. And I think sometimes with me, I tend to lower the bar because you feel like people, and this doesn't take anything away from people, but you feel like you don't want to blow them out, right? But one thing I saw from that couple alone was setting that bar high and attracting the people who want to run. Now, people will run at different paces, and that's okay, right? And that's why Juan talked about, he said, go crazy. I highlight this part, personal recruiting, go crazy. He talked about the big four for 3 years. I did it for 1 year. I'm like, there we go. And I think Dr. Teresa O'Day shared 5 a month is your goal. 3 a month is your minimum, and that falls right in line with that 3x5. And you want, he said, 36 new directs a year. So the big four, everything starts with you doing personal prospecting. When you recruit someone, you recruit someone's market as well. That was another big thing he said. 2 is the personal recruiting, go crazy for 3 years. This resonated with me because that was music to my ears. And he says personal field training. Who is the best? And I think Dr. Teresa O'Day talked about that too. Who's the best trainer, closer, overcomer of objections, etc. He says 9 out of 10 times that's going to be you, right? You're going to be your best foot forward on your team. So go ahead and do that. You're the master copy and set yourself on fire. Also, and then the 4th thing was the big one. He says personal frontline leadership development. Personal frontline leadership development. And that's when he segued somewhere in there where he has 21 personal executive directors. I believe that's what he said. And his goal is 100. But the thing about him, he wasn't just teaching. He was sharing something that he saw, that he believed. And he went from saying, hey, he started 27 years ago, and in his first year, he made 130,000. He said he's never fallen below that. And somewhere in this conversation, he shared, I don't know if he's there. No, he can't be there yet, but he wants to get to 130,000 a month and then $1 million a month. I forget the numbers. I have it written down, but he believed it. I mean, he thoroughly expects this. It's not like this is talk and this is what I've read and I got fired up by, Tony Robbins. No, this was something that he has experienced, and he has gone through some things. He and his wife, and they set up departments and they worked together, and he shared some of his philosophies. But this was a life-changing event, and I promise you, you will see. I can only speak for me. I'm going to set myself on fire because I know what I'm capable of. And, looking in that mirror and saying, hey, are you exhausted today? Because you put it all out there on the field. And that's what we're going to be based on what we shared. And it's not just going to be motivation today, back to the same old thing tomorrow. It really was one of those moments like that Friday night, Eric, when you opened up my back office. And it just something clicked, and you feel that click, and it changed. So I was blessed also. Someone mentioned earlier about, being somewhere and the only place to go is up. And I'm sorry I'm messing that up, but it's true. Be grateful for where you are, but get to a position, okay? Because one thing I have done is beat myself up. I'm going, you've been in this business 3 years. And granted, you've made money with your property management, your other businesses, but that doesn't equate here. I said, now it's time to step up and do it here. And I am grateful for what I've been able to accomplish and to be offered the opportunity to sit in on something transformational like this event was. It was something like I've never seen. And Xperia events, by the way, are just that. When I went to the ones in Canada, I mean, just totally different. The people are real. And even when we went to Mexico, my wife, who's not in the business, didn't know anybody, said, this is very different than the network marketing businesses you've been in. The people here are real. And she's a unbiased observer. And I really do take her observations quite seriously, because she can see through people quite a bit. And, this is just more of that. And we have a culture here that is, I haven't seen it anywhere. I haven't seen it anywhere other than when I served in the military. That was parts of that was real. But outside of that, and I see the trends here, and guess what? We're moving forward. We're going big. Executive director. There's no stopping that, and we are going to get that done because we're going to amp it up. So anyway, I hope I covered everything. I'm excited. I got to throw it out to Baljeet too. I love Baljeet because I sat in on Entrepreneurs Lounge, and he talked about payroll for his company. And I love that because he said they paid out, I forget how many millions of dollars. And you start getting into that business mindset, and those things are measurable metrics. And I love that, to be able to say that one day, hey, I made payroll and it was several $1 million to the team. So anyway, Eric, I'll give it back to you, sir. I'm fired up.
I love it. A couple of things you said, and I want to say, Warren told me, like, I've been making $1 million for the last 10 years. So you say 100,000 a month. He said, yeah, I've done that. He said when he came over here, his last year, he said he did just under 2 million. So he's done the 100,000 a month. So he's like, you're right. I've been 100,000, 130,000 a year, but I also know what it's like to make 130,000 a month. So it wasn't a goal. He's like, now I'm trying to get to $1 million a month. That's been my goal, $1 million a month. Y'all been hearing me say I need to get to $1 million a month, $1 million a month. But no, that's so you did hear right. That's what he said. One thing too, Derek, you talked about real, and you mentioned the when we went to Canada, right? I mean, not Canada, Cancun, and something about talking about the company being real. And I'm going to come to you, Ms. V. Something about the company being real. When we was in Canada, I never forget. I was sitting. And so those we went 2 years ago. They took Derek won a trip. I won a trip being top recruiters, personal recruiters for Canada, right? So it was a recruiting trip, and they took us all expense paid, us and our significant other, to Playa Majadas, and in Cancun. I can't get the name right, but they paid for us, and everybody was there, and it was just a really great experience. And while we was there, I never forget, I walked over to Frank and Mauro was talking. They were sitting over there just talking. And they said, Eric, come on over here. So I'm like coming over, and we start talking, and Mauro puts his hand around my neck, like, man, so touchy, So we just talking, and he was like, so what do you think about the place, right? About the hotel, right? Nice. I was like, it is nice. And do you know what? It just hit me. At that moment, I said, you know what? Shucks, I'm looking around, and it just dawned on me. I'm like, I've been to this resort before. Like, me and Dr. Mary was here with our previous network marketing company, Stream. We had qualified for a trip with our previous network marketing company. And we was at the same resort, still all expense paid for. And it just felt different that when I'm here now, until Frank and Mauro was talking to me, it did not feel like I was in the same place. And I'm saying, dang, that's this, because the people felt different. And all due respect to the network marketing, everybody felt like they had to be somebody they know. You know what I mean? I'm a Mr. Big Shot. Everybody Mr. Big Shot, Big Shot, Big Shot. And someone was making some lot of money. There, people made a lot of money in their company, but it just felt big shotty. But here it felt more family. And so I'm at the same place, winning a trip again, and it just felt like I was in a whole different location.
Eric, can I mention something on that real quick? And this was a huge standout because when we landed in Cancun, we had to catch a shuttle to the hotel, right? And we happened to catch a shuttle with Mauro and Sheldon and Frank DeLeo. So short version of it is when we get off the bus, Frank DeLeo, who's the #1 earner, $1 million earner, he's one of the top earners back then, right? He got off the bus and he said hi to my wife. Not only did he say hi, but they had a conversation. He says, I heard him say, my name is Frank. My wife introduced herself. She has no knowledge of the business, right? He didn't know who she was, but they literally spoke the whole way from the bus to check-in. I was watching that as I was having different conversations. And she said, who is that? He is the nicest guy. He didn't say, hey, I'm Frank DeLeo, the #2 earner at the time in the company. He just said, hey, I'm Frank. I heard him say that. And that stood out to me. I still have that picture in my mind as I'm standing at the bus. He and my wife are walking towards the check-in, which is, a good, 40 yards or whatever, 30 yards. And he was just real. So that was another real life reflection of the people here. And when you go to the convention in Dallas next year, you're going to find that there's no big shots here. We'll be playing basketball with Francis Sende, right? SED. He's my name, Francis. I said, I'm going to shut you down. And found out that he's an SED, right? So anyway, I just wanted to share that. We did win, by the way. USA beat Canada in basketball. So y'all can have hockey. You can't have basketball.
I think Darren was playing hockey out there sometimes. But it was fun. It was.
Yeah.
Thank you, Derek. Miss V, what you got for us? What's your takeaway?
Well, a couple of things. First of all, it's 9:33. So I want to be respectful of people's time. So if folks have to jump off, but don't jump off, because I'm going to make a proposal to you, Eric. If you want 2 consecutive days of not having to prepare I'd really like an opportunity to take part of tomorrow, your time, to go through the session that really resonated with me, which was how to lead from the front.
If you don't mind doing so, because we're not here tomorrow, and
Oh,
so
that's right.
sometimes Thursday we go a little longer, y'all, because we
Okay.
know this got to carry us through Friday, Saturday. It got to carry us through the weekend. So this is our shot. This got to take us through the finish line through this weekend. So
Okay, then apologies for running a little long, but this was amazing. And Baljeet Parmar, who's a national executive director, did this session. And we're always talking about leaders, being leaders. But once you're a leader, there is a significant responsibility that you have, not only to yourself, but particularly to those whom you lead. There is no leader without followers. So his session was on how to lead from the front, and he broke it out into several areas. The first was consistency. You have got to be consistent in everything you do, especially your activity. You can't go out there and ask folks, help 4 families a month or, 2 families a week, and you're not doing that. You've got to be consistent. And then to really delineate your dreams and goals. We talk about that all the time, but he broke it down into do your short term, then do your midterm, then do your long term. And remember to remind yourself daily, what your dreams and goals are. You need to understand, he talked about your business. We need to understand what kind of business we have. That's the first thing. On finances, set a goal. How much income do I want? And ironically, when Juan went through, strategically break it out. You can do that. Numbers just are easily, calculated and manipulated if you have to. He talked about your relationships and health, making sure that your relationships are always healthy, from your family to your community to your clients, and that you're healthy, because if you're not well, nothing else will be. The thing that resonated when he talked about vacations and luxuries, vacation should be stress-free. I am the habitual violator of vacations because they're always working vacations. That's not it's just a change of venue. So that was really something that resonated with me. And then he said, again, for your luxuries, have pictures, what's your dream car? What's your dream home? All of that. Make sure that that's something that you're being reminded of to help propel you forward. And then he broke out really well in our business how to build a legacy from active income, which was really good, from, FA to FSA to SM to ED. But then the passive income, how to create EDs that also create EDs that also create EDs that feed you passive income while you are doing your own production. This, again, Angela talked about mindset this morning, and ironically, he was talking about enhancing your skill set is, 10% of what you should do. Things like how to fill out an app, craft emails, do follow-ups, communication, etc. That's 10%. Mindset is 90%. And it's handling objections, making sure your associations are solid, your discipline. Those of us who are athletes or who still think they're athletes, discipline is so major to me. Yeah, me too. I'm raising my hand. I'm an athlete. But discipline is so essential day in, day out, not just for the big things, but the little things. And then he talked about, again, your daily activity. You got to do it every day. This also, close to the end here, you need to have, we have a mission. We have, Experia has a mission. But as a business owner, agency owner, you need to have your own vision and your own mission. That's just your why. This is a big one for me because my background is in business. How to maintain your business. And this is crucial for everybody. Stay compliant. Jamie made a point of saying there has never been a complaint filed with any insurance regulatory agency in Canada or the US against any Experior agent, ever. Don't be the first one. Respect the back office. Now that is lifeblood for us and our business. Make sure that the people there, you get to know them, develop the relationships, treat them as professionals because they are, and that's how they treat us. Make sure your communications are clear. We have a ticket system. You can't write on, I got a problem with an app. You need to be specific and clear with your communication so you can get resolutions on that side, but also with your clients. Be clear. They don't know what you know. And understand the process. That's big. Understand the process. There is a process for everything. Understand it and follow it. Don't reinvent the wheel. It's still going to be round and spoked. Chargebacks. Now, Eric knows this is very personal for me because I have experienced significant, had a high-end client, had a chargeback for over $15,000, and I'm still digging out from it. This was at my old practice company. If you focus on more activity, nobody wants chargebacks, but if you focus on more activity, you won't feel it when it hits. There are going to be chargebacks in our business. And then the big one, taxes. Make sure every commission you get, you set aside a percentage for taxes. Lastly, these three things he shared about a leader. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. That's it. That's all.
Woo! That was fire.
Another Rita Brown.
Thank you. Yeah, she dropped that one. And I'm telling y'all, when it comes to that taxes, I'm fighting y'all. Hopefully, I'm fighting with them. Not fighting. I keep heavily suggesting that we are able to set up an escrow for taxes. And some people say they got to do it on their own, but I just been in commission-based businesses and things of that nature. If we could set up an escrow, I just know how people operate. You say you're going to put it aside, but it's better if they take it out and you can set it aside before you get it. Are y'all with me? So if y'all see that come along, just know Eric Robinson has been suggesting and recommending that. So hopefully that'll give you an option to set up a
Hey, Eric, you may also want to recommend a partnership with CPA firms.
I like it. Woo! So with that being said, Nicole, man, I know we overtime. You got to hop off, but we want to bring you this is 4 hours of training that we want to make sure that we can bring to you. And that's what I think great leaders do, bring the information back to the team. So Nicole, what you got, sir?
I'm not going to take so much time, but I'm telling you, it was a fireball. I'm telling you. So I took so much away yesterday from everybody that spoke, but I'm telling you, when one talk about everything starting with you, everything in your business starts with you. And he said, if you treat your business, he said, if you treat your business like a business, it will pay you like a business. If you treat it like a side gig, it will pay you like a side gig. If you treat it like hustle, it will pay you like a hustle. So the way you treat your business, that's the way, is the law of sowing and reaping. What you put in the ground is what you get out. And he was talking about reversing genetics, right? You see the result before you start the process. And that is what vision is. What do you expect from this business? Do you think that this business is going to be your source of retirement? Then work it that way. See the result. You want to earn $100,000 income a week or $1 million a month? You got to see that result and then put the work for God's sake. And he also talked about that expectation is everything. What you expect from yourself, right? I always talk about it that sometimes we say, "Oh, I'm going to give it my all to this business." But there are certain things that you do that if you want to actually get the result, it will require more than your all. So what should you say? I'm going to give it all that it takes. All that it takes to build this business. And he said, who is the best person, the best trainer in your team? You got to know. That's what we call the division of labor. Who is your best trainer? Who is your best closer in terms of sales? Who is your best recruiter? You got to recognize these people. And that's how you can refer people. And sometimes it pains as a leader. And also you should also find yourself in this position that there are people that you expect in your team to be able to do this thing, to be able to recruit and sell so you can refer somebody to them, right? The division of labor. Got to know who can handle what. So, but before you can do that, will you be that same person to your own leader? Will your leader trust you to refer somebody for you and trust that you can close that deal, right? You are talking about recruiting a superstar. Are you a superstar? Will you join yourself today? You look at your business. Will you join yourself? If you were to present this business, this opportunity to yourself, will you recruit yourself? Will you join yourself based on how you are handling your own business? And lastly, let me just share this, Eric. I mean, with your permission, okay? Let me share this. I don't know if you all see my screen. Ever see my screen?
Yes.
You see, I come from a community, forgive me, that say, if they want to do business with you, show me what you have gotten from the business. Show me, right? Show me the money, right? So things like this, when you have it on, one for you and one for your spouse, and anybody see it, it's an icebreaker right there. This is a recruiting tool right there. This is a selling point right there, right? So if you can fight for this, and one thing that makes it so interesting is they say it's not limited to only EDs. So SMs, teams are able to achieve it. So will you work for it and get it? Because there's going to be a time, this one thing that I'm scared of, good fear, right? Always have the good fear. There's going to be a time that you will get to a convention and everybody have it on and you don't, right? I know it's not the best watch, it's not the most expensive thing out there, right? But somebody talk about, earning the $100,000 ring, and when people are wearing it, I don't have mine on yet, right? Because mine is still on the way because of some complications. But whatever people are achieving, also fight to achieve it. I mentioned it before. In closing, one thing my father told me that stuck with me, he said, look, when you are growing up and you are made, start buying land, buy land, buy a piece of land. If you are made, start getting married, get married. If you are made, start getting the car, get the car. Because anything that you don't do as they are going along, you are sliding behind. And will take you a lot of time to catch up. So when things like this are being displayed, opportunities like this are here, get it. Don't say, I'm going to get mine when I'm ready. Because as every stage passes by, right, that is how you're getting behind. And let me bring this to even in terms of the production, the product that we have. Now we talk about how awesome FFIUL is, awesome some of these products are. Some of them has features, living benefit, growth strategies, in those policies that might not be there tomorrow. They will take it out. But those that have it, we still have those features. So what is it now that everybody's fighting for that you can also gain? But the problem is, if you let it slide behind, then it's going to take you a lot of energy to fight to catch up with people. I don't always like to play catch up. I want to get it when it's happening. Strike the iron while it's still hot. So thank you. Back to you, Mr. Eric.
Ooh, man, oh man, Nicole, you got that image up there, that watch, 50, you got to make 50,000 income in 12 months, 50 applications, 50 AOAs, 50 people joining your team in 12 months. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, that's going to happen. And it doesn't just have to be executive director. Y'all, we got to hit the ground running. I'm going to share something with you. My quick takeaway. And then Juan Jaime, that guy laid it out. He said this, and this is my takeaway. And I'm going to pick this up. He said, and this is for anybody. He said, when I recruit somebody as an executive director, he said, when I recruit somebody, I tell them they got 30 days to use me. Here's my calendar. You got 30 days to use me. You know what? I got to take that approach. Because a lot of times I'm chasing people. Hey, what should I do next? He said, no, you got to book me with appointments. Because you're not booking. Conversations is one thing. Put me in front of people. That's what I can do. So he's like, no, your job as a new agent is to put me in front of people. That's what your job is. I give you 30 days. After 30 days, I'm moving on to the next person. I'm out there recruiting. You're supposed to put me in front of people. Ladies and gentlemen, I think sometimes we forget our job. I want to shout out Lacey. She just put another MBT in. Lacey has been working and working and working. You're supposed to put in Jock. That's what we did in the beginning. People, you're putting people in front of people. Book an appointment, set appointments. I got a good coach who says in his business, he was making $2 million a year from another company. He's made over $30 million a year from that company in a relatively short period of time. His thing was this. His three things: set appointments, show the plan, plug in the meetings. No matter what he do, over and over again, set appointments, show the plan, plug in the meeting. This wasn't insurance. Set appointments, show the plan, plug in the meetings. Place, time and time again. Ladies and gentlemen, our business comes down to the same thing. Set appointments, show the plan, plug into meetings.
That's it. That's the blueprint. That's the blueprint to success right there.
Set appointment, show the plan. Anything else, we can have conversation. You can have a conversation all day long. So you ever been on the phone, but back in the day when you was in high school, talking to a female, a young lady, I was in college, hang up. No, you hang up. Oh, you hang up. No, you hang up first. I don't want to hang up on you. And you fall asleep on the phone. Anybody remember those days? You can talk on the phone till you fall asleep. You still there? Oh, he's still on the line. What? So conversation is one thing. Set appointments, show the plan, plug in the meetings. That's the way you're going to win. What you got to do to set appointments? Work with us. Call me, Eric. How do I set appointments? Eric, what do I need to say to somebody? I'd rather have those conversations. Anything else you're doing, y'all can just scrape that off the table.
Yep.
Set appointments. That's the only thing you're going to get paid, by setting appointments, showing the plan, and plugging the meetings. Those are the things that's going to make you money. Everything else will make you feel good. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But typically when you look back 3 months, 3 years, you feel like I wasted a lot of time because I didn't set the appointments, I didn't show the plan, and I didn't plug in the meetings. And if you plug in the meetings and you're not setting the appointments, you're going to feel like, man, I'm wasting my time. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And that's the key. Set appointments, show the plan, plug in the meetings. So with that being said, Troy Gandy, I know we're way over. Can you put us on our express recap relay, maybe give him 30 seconds? Man, when Troy put you on a track, on a fast track, that thing be going pop, 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 pop. So with that being said, I'm going to turn over to Troy Gandy. So I want to make sure
I'm trying to tell you, we've been recapping all day long, and we definitely don't need to elaborate nothing else on it. So with that being said, we're going to go straight to the first leg, and the first leg of the relay is ready for Mr. Money. Take the baton and get it moving.
Brother, man, this is outstanding. Good, but you know something that's why I love this team, man. Because y'all said a lot of stuff on there with y'all recaps, right? But the one thing I'm gonna throw back your perspective to you, Brother Eric. This is everything that we've been saying from the beginning. This is something from the very front that we've been saying from the beginning. This is a big business. We need to understand how big this is. The only thing Jamie did is showed you how big the business is and all the much room we got for growth. He showed it. But prior to that, we saw him talk about yesterday, but we talked about these today. We were saying the same thing. We were saying the same thing. That's why it had me so pumped up. That's why when I was recovering, I never got out the car. This is outstanding, man. Outstanding. But we are not focusing on what he's saying. Man, you're not focusing on what he's saying. This is an outstanding opportunity. But we're squandering away the things that we're saying because we're not accepting it because we're saying it, because Eric and Jock are saying it. But when Jamie said that, then you can his team, then y'all listen to it. I'm trying to tell you, we've been hearing that from the beginning for the longest, man.
I'm in the zone.
We got to take advantage of the opportunity.
I'm in the zone.
Period, baby.
Give me the baton. I'm in the zone. I'm waiting.
I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Who's ready to get on the track? Come on, Hawks. Come on, Hawks. Laser focus. Somebody's ready. Somebody's in there. If not, the coach is just going to call on you. Come on. Isaiah Robinson, always ready to run. Come on. What is your recap?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, always ready to run. My recap today was understand the opportunity, man, to take full advantage of it. We had a small spectrum of the world, and the opportunity is just so big. Like, that's really what I got from it. We're still on the pre-launching stage of a billion-dollar company. So just really hit the ground running, talk to everybody you know, get the word out, and let's just go get it.
Let's go get it. Let's go get it. Get it. And third relay. The third relay leg is Marcella Bragg. Thank you for putting on your tennis shoes and jumping in and ready to go.
I'm sorry, I can't talk. I'm driving through a school zone.
Oh, you super fast. Okay, and we take that right on over to Miss Tammy. I see you, Tammy.
Yes, sir, but I am driving to school.
Oh, okay. Oh, we done jumped off the track and hopped on the raceway. Okay, Danny Hill. We getting around this track. Danny might be busy too, but I know one thing. I know my man Rodney's down there, and Rodney's always ready. Where you at, Rodney?
Hand is up.
Hey, Miss Tawana, I can always count on the relief.
All right, let me be the last one so we can absorb all this information and get to moving. Know the way, show the way, and go the way. And I want to reiterate what Money said, that Eric and Jock and all, they've been pouring into us with this information. And it has to take Jamie to say, go, go, go. So this was great. And I'm ready. Let's move.
Got it. Got the baton. Rita Brown, downtown Rita Brown. Woo. Smoke it.
All right, I'm gonna try to read fast this morning, okay? Every rocket needs a launching pad. Lay the launching pad out for someone. This company is going somewhere. Don't get left behind. Maintain that first day excitement. Make sure everyone is getting their 3x5 done. The biggest challenge with Isaiah's peer group is taking the initiative and studying on their own time for their licenses. Sometimes you may feel down, but ask yourself, are you showing up? Look at your actions. You may be at a 1 or 2, but it's nothing but up. It may be you just feeling like a 1 or 2 for the day. We got to get moving. We can't waste time. We got to find people that's ready to go. And the notes from the executive director boot camp started out with Dr. Teresa. Excitement about where Experior is going in numbers and growth. We are attracting the best of the best. If you've never been there, you will not know what you have here at Experior. The 4 fundamentals to building a multi-figure business. Number 1, you. It starts with you. Prospecting, making the cold market warm. 2, build and get personal direct recruits. New blood to our business every month. 3, be a personal field trainer, master duplication, show people the ropes. 4, frontline leadership development, a winning environment. Sell the dream, but don't buy the dream. Continue to learn. A title is nothing without a team. Lead in every area. Uncle Jock said, 3 words that's going to grow your business by leaps and bounds. Go, go, go. Understand where we came from, understand where we are going, and understand where you are now. We all have the same opportunity. Plug in, that's the sacrifice. Become a sponge. Success leaves clues. Plug in and get some of this growth. It's scary, but it's scary in a good way. Growth numbers. Experior is 10xing. Some people are in a position where Experior was in 2016. Your agency has the potential to grow like Experior is. It doesn't matter where your business is now. Champions will watch this and say, that's me. I'm going to get my piece of the pie. I'm going to plant my flag. But some will fall out of the car. Some companies have over 100,000 licensed agents. Stop whining and go get your piece of the pie. Derek said, be the best you. Acknowledge trends. Execute, then measure. If you're not getting results, stop, fix it, and keep going. Culture of excitement and accountability. Personal recruiting, go crazy. 5 a month is the goal. 3 is the minimum. When recruiting, recruit someone's warm market. You are the master copy. Be grateful for where you are, but keep going. The people in Experior are real. The events can be life-changing. The leaders don't act like big shots, just real people. Ms. V said, how to lead from the front. Significant responsibilities those you lead. Number 1, consistency in everything you do. Number 2, do your short-term goals first, mid-term goals, long-term goals. Remind yourself daily of your goals. Number 3, understand what kind of business we have. Set an income goal. Relationships and healthy. Vacations and luxuries. Vacation should be stress-free. Luxury, have pictures. Remind yourself of what you want. How to build a legacy from active income to passive income. Enhancing skill sets is only 10%. Your mindset is 90%. That is handling objections, and also discipline is essential, even for the little things. Do your daily activities. As an agency owner, have your own vision and mission. Stay compliant. Respect the back office. Be clear with your communication. Understand the process and follow it. Don't reinvent the wheel. Chargebacks. If you focus on more activity, you won't feel it when they hit. Know the way, go the way, and show the way. That's what leaders do. If you treat it like a business, it will pay you like a business. And this was from Nicole. I think that's who it's from. No, I got lost. If you treat it like a side gig, it will pay you like a side gig. If you treat it like a hustle, it will pay you like a hustle. The law of sowing and reaping. See the results before you start a business. Put the work towards it. Expectation is everything. What do you expect from yourself? I'm going to give it all that it takes, not I'm just going to give it all. Who is your best trainer and recruiter? Know who can handle what in your business. Are you a superstar? Would you join yourself based on how you run your business? Always have the good fear. Set appointments, show the plan, plug in the meetings. Is the blueprint to success. That's it. That's all. And forgive me because I know I was all over the place.
You did an
But I was
awesome.
trying to keep up with everybody. That was a lot
That
of
was
information.
awesome. That was awesome.
Golly. Unbelievable. So you just saw how a champion, whoo, in the business gets it done. You know, you can turn, what is it now? Let's see. An hour and a half. Is that right? Yeah. An hour and a half into 5 minutes and 45 seconds. Downtown, Rita Brown, we thank you, we praise you, we give you all the honor, the glory, the praise for what you do when you do that recap. Trust and believe. And with that being said, we're going to turn it back over to none other than our super ED, the man that orchestrated this whole recap of this, of the, what was that? The executive leadership.
Yes, the ED
meeting that they had, and that is none other than the ED leadership with the ED himself, Mr. Eric Robinson.
Woo! Well, thank you, Troy, for that wonderful introduction. And ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for this. Appreciate you. And for the record, the ED Bootcamp was my idea. I don't know if I told y'all that, but it was kind of my idea. We was going to do a conference, but I just like to say that. I say, Jamie, no, we need to do a boot camp, and we did our first one last year. I was like, we need to do a boot camp for the executive directors. So thank y'all. I'm glad people got something out of it. I love what you said, money. Money is right on point, right on point. Y'all, we hear this all the time. Now we just got to go execute. And that's unfortunate. That's what some life is like, right? Sometimes you're a parent and you can say something, and somebody else comes tell your kid something, but that's what good parents do. Good parents bring other voices, right? And sometimes we just need other voices. That's why companies pay endorsers to endorse their product. They can say their products are great, but they'll pay a celebrity to come endorse them, right? Even in the presidential race, they got people endorsing them. You with me? They're saying Donald Trump has some endorsers. Kamala Harris has some endorsers, right? Those endorsers sometimes are able to move the people more than what the candidate can say, even though the candidates may be saying the same thing. Or may not. So that's just human nature, but I'm picking up what you're putting down, money. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go run. Atlanta, see y'all. Be there when y'all supposed to be there. Let's go. After Atlanta, it's everything's level up. Maryland, we got to just explode and explode and explode and explode. And I'm trying to tell y'all, personally, I've been keeping the level up under the wraps. They've been asking me corporately. And I've been like, nah, because I get it. I love Experience growing, but I also love my team growing. Are y'all with me? Because Frank, I can't spend none of Frank's millions. Are y'all catching that? I need my own millions, and I need my team to get their own millions, right? So after this is all things level up. So team, I'm trying to tell y'all, please make sure you are in the places. Do what you got to do to be there. You know somebody in Atlanta, hit me up. And I'm speaking for Nicole. I know if he got people in Atlanta, hit him up. If y'all know me, I'm going to be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 days. Tell me, let's get them face to face to whoever's in the place. We're going to go. We're going to blow it up. With that being said, love y'all. Have an amazing day.
Can you send me the information as to where it is?
Absolutely. Coming to you is going to go in the main chat rooms. Okay. Main chat room. Tell everybody it's free. They ain't got to register. Just got to show up. Tell everybody, but don't tell them to show up and you don't send them to somebody, because what happens? They'll show up and see somebody they know and be like, oh, what girl? Who? Or somebody like, who invited you? I don't know. My friend from Maryland said something.
Is Mary going?
Say it again.
Can you hear me?
Is Mary going?
Yes.
Is Mary going?
Yes, she'll be there.
You gonna have your
so me, you, Mary, me,
I'm looking just like this.
Meredith, and
Yep, really, all the Maryland EDs are going to be there for my team. I'll be looking just like this. You can take a picture of me just like this. And I'll be standing just like this with the same outfit on. Everything I got on now, I'll be wearing then. I'm going to go put it in the washing machine as soon as we hang up.
Mr. Eric, I'm going to give you a call after this.
Oh, God. Bring me some green shirts.
All right, I got it. So if I get somebody there, I say, look for the guy like this with the green shirt.
Yes. All right.
Frozen.
See y'all later.
All right. Peace. The Lord be with you.
Awesome.
All right.